Good. How are you, Jackie?
Yes, good. I'm good. Yeah, thank you for meeting each other and yeah. So
Yeah,
let's
no
start it.
worries. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to be here.
Yes. Yes. This is the Mr. Wang, and I will be interviewing him. He is the supervisor of a web production company, and he has 10 years of experience in web production. Mr. Wang graduated from UBC even with a degree in business accounting, and he has 5 years of management experience in his position. He has been a successful servant leader since he was promoted to this position 5 years ago. And yeah, and they have a few questions I want to ask interview the Mr. Wang. Mr. Wang, can you describe your path in life that lead you to a position of leadership?
Yeah, so I think I always had a very strong interest in working with people and socializing with people. And I believe that that's what truly have led me into a position of leadership. As in a career, I always wanted to be around people and be able to organize certain tasks and assign
Mhm.
certain tasks to people. So that's something that really helped me pursue this type of position.
Yeah, so you are very experienced.
Yes,
Yeah,
just yes, that's
yeah.
right.
Yes. Can you describe a global of or a difficult time that was hard at the time, but in the and helped from you later?
Yes, so I believe entering a new job environment in a leadership position is something that has really helped me become a stronger leader. So
Mm-hmm.
since I was promoted within the company, it's something that's hard to establish is respect, understanding, and communicating with the people that you will work with. So
Mm-hmm.
I think in this new environment, in the beginning, it is always very hard to gain that respect from certain employees or to have a certain understanding with a certain employee. So in that beginning, the time was very difficult. But as
Yeah.
I kept improving and kept, trying to work with the employees, I'm able to become a stronger leader by
Mhm.
knowing how to react in a new situation down the line in the future.
Yeah, so the beginning part is very difficult.
Yes,
Yeah,
always, yes.
sorry. Yeah, yeah. And Mr. Womack, who do you consider to be your support team and why?
Yes, so I believe family is always somebody that I always support. So my wife and also my parents. So this is because you can always be honest with each other, and they're best source of the best criticism for
Mm,
you as an individual, which then you can reflect upon and develop yourself and improve to become a better leader. Yeah.
yes. And what about why are you key? It's like what are your key values and how do you their impact your leadership?
Right. So the key value I believe is important is accountability, respect, having
Mm,
transparency and an open opinion to the team members. So I feel like these are the core values that does impact the way I kind of manage my team because
mm.
these are things that values that I want to establish within my team, which would makes it more functional, more driven, more value based in their approach to work. Yeah.
Yeah, open opinion is very important.
Yes,
Yeah,
always good to hear
and
out the other
yeah,
employees. Yes.
yeah. Mm. And can you describe a few key people in your life and who have formed or impact your leadership, like anybody?
Yeah, so I feel like in general, again, I go back to the family, especially the elderly. So I'm particularly like my parents, mom and dad, as well as
Mm,
uh, my grandmother and grandfather, because they're very experienced their have already lived life. They've been through a lot of experiences, so they're
Mhm.
able to teach me a lot about society, about interacting with people. These are
Mhm.
the things that really key in on that I key in on as an individual to help with my leadership. So in able to understand and recognize different type of people, different type of environments, the reoccurring situation and experience,
Mhm.
these people really have strongly kind of integrated themselves into my leadership role. Yeah.
So your family help you a lot.
Yes, yes. So the
Yeah.
family and their as well as the experience helped me a lot.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah. And how did you discover your sweet spot to know the profession that works best for you?
Yeah, so I think everybody at a young age, they do take time to discover themselves, especially in finding a profession that they would like and
Mm-hmm.
that would work best for themselves. So I think
Mm-hmm.
in finding that profession, it really need to reflect on your individual, so yourself and what
Mm-hmm.
you would want to accomplish individually. So I think that for me, when I discovered this profession, I really took a step back and looked at myself and see what I wanted to do, see what I would enjoy as a career. And for me, I think what I want to achieve is I want to be productive, but within a team and be able to maximize everyone's certain skills and assets. And I think the profession itself, it will figure itself out because
Yeah.
once you know who you are individually, you
Mm-hmm.
would find something that you would love to do. And that's where you would get the profession afterwards.
Yeah. Mm. And can you describe your latest leadership style with your team or on your job?
Oh yes, yeah. So I think for me, it really my leadership style really reflects onto my own values and my own opinions and on my own thinking, which I do certainly think that's the case for a lot of people. And
Mm-hmm.
I think I have more of a strategic kind of logical leadership style where there's a lot of accountability in trying to maximize productivity in my team, as well as hearing their opinions, being open opinion and having a lot of collaboration, hearing people out, as well as establishing respect and trust from transparency. So, that type of leadership, I feel like it really is the type of style of leadership that I would like to present to the team because in this way, I feel like there's a lot of problems that we can solve with, and there's
Mm-hmm.
not many conflicts that arise from it.
Conflicts. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes, and Mr. Wang, you said your family helped you a lot, and I want to know how do you keep a balance between your work and family? Yeah,
Right. No, I think that in that point, it's really easy if you're able to be adaptable, be a very adaptable person and
double.
being
Yeah.
able to be, in a changing environment, changing situation. So I think
Mm-hmm.
in this case, you just have to establish yourself and know the situation and the scenario that you're in. So for example, you would always separate your work thoughts and your work kind of environment, scenario, situation only, and then leave it only at work where
Mm-hmm.
when you do have time with family or with friends, you just only focus on what you're doing with your family and friends and not think about work. So it's always living in the moment and adapting to whatever is occurring in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel like you can really balance the work life
Mm-hmm.
as it won't interfere with each other.
Yes, when you're
Yeah.
working on the one thing, just focus it. Yeah,
Yes, that's right.
yeah. Yeah. And do you believe there is a connection between your self-awareness and the leadership abilities?
Yes, I think strongly there is a very strong connection
Mm-hmm.
between self-awareness and leadership abilities because I think self-awareness is really the first step to achieving or honing your leadership ability because
Mm-hmm.
only when you're really clear and understand yourself can you also express, those abilities and skills to other people? So when you're
Mm-hmm.
not even aware or self-aware of your own abilities or your thoughts or your values, then, how can you really help other people, or how can you really guide other people and
Yeah.
maximize their skills and abilities as well? Yeah.
Yeah. And the last question
Yeah.
I will interview you is, who is the leader you admire and why?
Oh, yeah. So this leader I feel like I really admire is Elon Musk. Because for one, I think he has
Elon
that,
Musk?
yes, Elon Musk, yeah. So I feel
Yeah.
like him individually, I really admire because he's someone that's able to be very innovative,
Mm-hmm.
someone who can think outside the box, someone who can, guide a certain company and make people believe what he is doing. But he also attaches a little bit of that hard work. He attaches like a perception where he's always at work. He's never stopping. So he's kind of incorporating a lot of the ideas, but also using a lot of his own skills, which really inspires a lot of people to be able to follow him and invest in him. But he also has that very humorous side. He's also funny. He's also being able charismatic, able to make people want to listen to him and want to do and have his vision as well. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and he is also the focus seriously, and the most important thing is he loves, yes, he loves his job, and yeah.
that's right. Yes,
Mhm.
yes, I agree with that as well.
Yeah, yes, and thank you, Mr. Wang, and spend your time to interview, and yeah, thank
Of
you.
course, no, it was always nice talking to you. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
yes, thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, take
Yeah.
care.